Now on to the latest coming in on some of the international development. The Russia-Ukraine war and the conflict rages on even as Moscow is poised to annex Russian-occupied regions after referendums denounced by the West. Now, recently, the United Nations has really concluded that Russia committed war crimes in Ukraine, including bombings of civilian areas, torture and horrific sexual violence. In fact, CNBC's Sanjay Suri sent us this report from Bucha in Ukraine.
There are some names that become names of horrors beyond belief, beyond comprehension. We just can't understand how anyone could do that to anyone, how people could do that to people. Auschwitz. And horrors are not always about scale. One is one too many. In Ukraine, that name that's become the name of horror is this little town Bucha on the outskirts of Kiev. A small, leafy little suburb, typical of Europe, with thatched houses and tiled roofs here and there, a few building blocks, people living around one another, a quiet life. This became the object of a Russian attack to begin with. Houses were bombed, burnt out. 6 months on, many of them remain burnt out. They haven't been repaired. People either don't have the heart to do it or they don't have the money to do it. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was uncovered when Russian forces left on the 1st of April. Some facts about Bucha are now incontrovertible after all those allegations and those early reports that we all struggled to believe. A United Nations inquiry is underway and it has updated its findings only last week.
That is a heartbreaking ground reality from Bucha that is brought to you by our colleague there.